loud and
Okay,
clear.
that's good. Yeah, good, good, good. Yeah, I'm recording. I'm just warming up the tape
It's
here.
incredible delta starting off here. And just pretty low light.
Team Wrangle, tape
This is the
one.
edge of the delta just
Wait
under
for
water.
it. Beautiful day for surveys.
Shooting
Striking
125.
delta.
Looks okay.
Don't map this. Why don't we head for that point straight ahead there, Bill, at about 12:30 and just start there?
There's some... Yeah.
Well, you see where those houses are, Bill? Why don't we just start there? We have to be kind of the usual. Don't worry about getting this whole flat, because I can just, it's all the same, and I can just say on the tape that it's all the same to the regular helicopter.
There's an eagle down there on the shore. This is all completely bare sand. That's actually just a little bit of foam at the edge of the delta there, at the edge of the water line. Wow, incredible patterns of the ripples.
Okay, so you guys don't bother mapping this if this happens to get onto the tape.
Completely bare. We're just haven't quite come around
circling
to
in
start
here
yet.
to start.
I don't see any animals. Yeah. It's off. You want it? Roger. It's on. We just turned it off to take off. A few gulls there for scale.
Again,
Enormous flats.
just kind of Point Gerard.
Completely bare.
Coming into Point Gerard here.
There's an island
Start
up there.
our filming. Okay, this is Green Point, sorry.
And
Coming into
lots of
Green
snow
Point.
in the background there, completely
So
bare.
below us is all
Water silted
sand and mud
in the
flats
river
from the
outflow.
Striking Delta.
That is a bit of salt marsh. You can see the salt marsh isn't greened up
marsh
very
in the
much
A
yet.
zone here.
It's a good
Has to
example
get
of the
greened up.
formation
Kind
though,
of a
the
bed
lighter
platform
beige
with
above,
grass growing
maybe
on
the
the
dune grass
platform.
just growing.
To the right of the helicopter
boy, is it ever
here
dark.
scattered
Very
mud
big.
flats, and it's all sand and vines.
Nice close up there. The fucus is just showing,
Again,
and
up
then
high,
it
we
goes
got
to the
this kind
silty
of, it looks
bottom.
like an intertidal
Silty
marsh.
meadows, this fucus nice
A little marsh in
reticulated.
the intertidal, and then
Houses here.
sometimes overlying rock, and sometimes
Beautiful
overriding
garden.
cobbles and pebbles and sand there.
That is the dune grass above
the
is
same
brown,
here.
and then it's pooch, and then
marsh
fucus
in the
band,
intertidal.
and then it goes to mud.
And then a marsh up high.
And it's
Slippery
very
ground,
early in
hasn't
the
greened up.
season, so the
Down
dune
below we
grass
got
is
this
still.
sand and
You can just see on the point
mud
there where it's
flats.
sprouting. A few pictures
going
from
out
town.
to the right of the helicopter. A good
As far as I
kilometer
can
out to
tell,
the
the
right of
camera's
the
shooting at
helicopter.
125.
Would you say,
So
Sean?
hopefully that's sharp enough. That's
Here we
actually
got
a really good
angular
fucus
boulders
band on
and
the point
blocks
here.
over rock
And then
in
the
there we
sand
just
flat
passed.
below is completely bare.
Picking up more boulders and
narrow black
cobbles
there,
over
Carrie. I
rock.
can actually see
Here
the
in
white
the high
lichen above it.
intertidal.
And then it's
still
fucus.
the mud
So
flats
there is a bit
going
of
about a
fringing
kilometer
salt
out
marsh
to
above the fucus. That's
the
out of
right of the
drift
helicopter
in
here.
the log
Sands and
line there.
vines.
Really
With a
dense
bunch of channels
fucus
running
band
through it.
here.
Again, boulders and cobbles up high on this
A
platform.
little bit of a green
Very
haze,
small
that's out of
A zone
drift
here,
under
small A
the
zone,
boulders.
4 or 5
So the
meters.
fucus is only on the boulders, and it's still
And
a
this
bare,
platform in the
continuous
intertidal here
sand
is another
flats
10
below us
meters
to the
maybe.
right.
And then the mud flats out to the
Salt
right
marsh
are
perched there. You can see each individual tuft
maybe
of the
half a
pooch
kilometer now.
band. A couple mallards just taking off.
here.
but it's
This is a low
covered
angle
with
cliff.
silt.
The cliff
And
is
now it's
pretty
gone
small.
again.
Intertidal zone
There
on
it
that
is,
cliff
a
is
better
only
view of
3
it
or 4
on the
meters.
point there. I think it's mussel. So it's
And
clumps of
again, the
mussels.
mud flats
Bedrock
continuing
is
out
gray above the
to the right.
Barracaria band.
Dwindling now.
Very
Couple
nice
hundred meters to
zonation.
the right.
It's,
Coming up to Gerard
but
Point
it's
here.
Fucus
So
barnacle.
we've got this intertidal
Probably some blue mussels at the lower
low
there.
angle cliff here.
Yes, there
Mostly
is.
rock, a bit of
It's
boulders and
under
cobbles.
the barnacles, though. It would be very hard to see in the imagery.
Marsh
So
up
it's,
high,
the
kind of
barnacle
over
phosphate
boulders and cobbles
covering
and
the blue
a
mussels
bit of
in the
sediment
lower.
in there. The high
young
intertidal
eagle.
platform here is
Here
only
the flats have standing water
right
on
here
them.
it's 6 or 8 meters wide.
And
we
that's the
seem
edge
to
of the
have
delta right
finally
there.
lost the mud flats out to the
That's a
right
village
now,
site,
so no
looks
mud
like.
flats. We're out of the delta.
There's a few tufts of pooch in the upper.
Beach face here. Looks like pebbles over sand. A bit of cobbles up high. We seem to have this platform in the high intertidal
Fucus in the upper,
platform.
that's shell hash at
Almost
the
verging on a cliff
bottom
at times,
edge
but I
of
think it's
the
mostly a
bedrock
platform here.
platform.
in the high
And you can see
intertidal,
the
then we
lower
got this
limit.
fringing
Wow,
beach down
I think
low
that's
of
actually
pebble
some
sand.
soft browns there.
This
That would
beach
be
here is probably
a
20
low
meters.
turf of reds at the waterline with a few
8
soft
degrees,
browns.
10
This is
degrees
a
on that
big
beach
village
face.
site.
Cliff here,
it's-
low angle cliff,
Well,
the
it's
intertidal,
actually just
mostly
like
rock.
sand. Biogenic sand of some kind.
More low angle cliff.
That
Here,
is
this beach in here is
salt marsh
probably
type on the bedrock.
another 20
perched
meters.
at the top. Pocket beach.
everything looking good, Sean.
So there's a fringing salt marsh
think,
beach all along
anything
here
wrong
on
with
the top
me?
of the bedrock.
Am I
There's
good?
biogenic sand on the small pocket beach there. Look
Okay,
at the
everybody's
zonation.
rolling. Bear with us.
see,
First day for the survey
gosh.
here. Beach face down low, pebbles.
That
Pebble
is a
sand.
good example
Looks like a
of
bit
a
of shell hash on
reticulated
there
salt
too.
marsh with the fucus below,
That beach
and
face
that's
was
a
15
white
meters, now it's
shell
dwindling
hash
down to
on the
about 8
beach.
meters here. And then in the high
And you can see
intertidal
the
is
view of
platform.
scattered salt brown plants.
Mostly rock, but we got
Underwater.
scattered boulders and cobbles
They're
over
well
it.
underwater. We're just at the
Wow.
beginning of the tide. That looks like red.
Coming up to Babbler Point
That
here,
looks
so
like
we got a
reds
low
at the
angle
water
cliff
line
in
there.
here.
It's just a low
Probably
turf.
about
It's
30
like
degrees.
yes, that would be reds. The toe
Rock
of
and
the
boulders,
bedrock.
cobbles.
See the lower limit
Pouring
to the
down,
bedrock.
but it's mostly rock
This is extremely dark.
in the...
well.
yeah, that was a steep,
What can you do?
kind of a steeper cliff. Probably 45 degrees.
That
Babbler
is
Point here,
not blue
beach face.
mussel in the
that
midsection
might
there.
almost be
Nice
over
view of
30
the
in there.
point.
Probably over 30 in the intertidal.
And it goes right to a beach here.
This one,
There's blue mussels
maybe
there.
just under 30
Interesting.
actually.
So the mussels are covered by a
under
frosting
30
of
here.
barnacles.
Boulders, cobbles,
That
over
is a
sand up
little
high,
bit
and
of
it's minor down
a few
low.
tufts of
Pebbles, cobbles,
pooch
over
type in
sand.
the upper. And the fucus is
That's a
sparser
rock
on the boulder
platform there.
beaches.
Under 20
Sparse
degrees.
fucus. That is actually a continuous frosting of barnacles on
And
top.
we still got these grassy
blue
sort of
mussels.
marsh in the
That is all
in the
blue
A
mussels
zone.
on the
Hasn't
platform on the point there.
really greened up yet.
Oh, our first loop!
We're gonna take a
Oh,
loop
this is
here
so
on this
exciting! And look
It's,
at that pattern of the banding there.
This flat is the
And
intertidal zone here is
not
probably
sure what
40,
it's,
45 meters.
might even be two types
it
of
looks like
fucus.
The marsh is fringing in
And
the intertidal a bit
Here's a
here on
view
this
looking
side.
down on the fucus and the pooch in the upper. Looking
And
back
then
across.
it's mostly pebble sand. Flat here.
And there's a nice view looking down. That's the sprouting dune grass up in the log lines. You can see a very distinct lower limit to it.
Well, the same. We got this
fucus.
marsh up high that has
Here the
green
bedrock is really quite black.
platform.
And
the high
fucus
intertidal
is in
and beach face
contrast to
down
the
low.
black striations of the bedrock here. Nice view of
Do
the
another
point.
loop in here. Yeah.
This is a fairly big
That flat down low there is...
There's an otter. Underwater. Oh, he's wishing that the water was a bit deeper. Oh, you have to go right up here.
We got a little...
And you can see the dune grass. This is actually quite a nice big complex here.
Man,
that's all dune grass showing up still
nice little marsh ponds
yellow corn, yellow.
The flat here is
beautiful zonation there. Look at those 3 ponds in a row. That's cool. That is a big piece of area of sod. It's like a raised up.
The high marsh.
Really see the peat soil in the salt marsh here.
All the way back up in here.
Oh, wow.
Wow,
that's
this
beautiful.
is quite amazing.
Just up there. Yeah, this would be...
Mary's wanting to go higher here. So...
It's good to go. So this would be the marine limit right here. It's pretty shallow.
Give you a shot out there.
Here, which is, so that would be the upper extent of the marine. This would all be salt marsh here.
That marsh there is 40 meters.
It's greens mixed in
the marsh is bridging on the intertidal zone in here.
I think it's a filamentous
see
green.
The browner area
just at the edge of the channel.
Browner grass there is the intertidal marsh.
It's quite a significant falls on
looks like it's over
other side there.
pebbly sand with a bit of
and another series of
boulders and cobbles here and there.
This is a really interesting whole salt marsh complex. This is the side channel where the falls are coming in. I think that might be skunk cabbage just growing there.
Try to shoot down here a bit for you.
Wow, there's the falls over on our right.
Beautiful day for a survey, I must add.
Sean, there's quite an interesting pattern here. Oh, it is skunk cabbage just growing.
Is that a Sasquatch? Oh, sorry.
I couldn't quite get a view of the falls there, but they're quite spectacular.
There's a system here since we entered this channel. It's got to be...
This is all fucus here on the flats.
800 meters
outlining each of the boulders.
From the top of it, back out to here. We're coming out now.
There's some filamentous green. So when the greens are there, they really show up. It's biogenic sand. What an interesting upper extent of it.
It's metal sand, or mostly sand flats, about 80 meters, just below the helicopter here it ends. And then back to narrows down here.
There's the reticulated pattern in the drainage of the fringing salt marsh.
Steep rock
and then back up to this narrower, steeper, with a narrow splash. And that is a fucus barnacle in the upper, and I guess it's a line of blue mussels below the fucus. That's probably Neorotomela below the fucus, which gives it that darker color. There's a wolf! A wolf! That's a wolf!
This beach face is 35 meters, over 30 meters, most of the
fringing salt marsh there, under where the trees are. And look, there's perch salt marsh on the bedrock. And fucus below. And I would say it's probably Neorotomela or some
right here down
upper red. There's a good view of the fucus, frosted blue mussel, Neorotomela question mark, and then the biogenic sand below that. So there is a sparse red band all along here. It's up in the midsection of the intertidal on the bedrock. There's blue mussel showing up as the normal blue-black color. And here on the on the beach, and
beach
there's a
base is
good
20
view of it on
meters.
that rocky platform.
Steep cliff in here.
And then there is
Mostly
reds
rock.
at the waterline. It's a really low turf, looks like paint.
The beach base in here is, I'd call that just over 30.
Fringing
It's
salt marsh
pebble sand up
there.
high, and then it kind of
Another
flattens out down
biogenic
low.
sand
Seems
beach.
to pick up a bit of coarser
Yes, I
material
think it
down
is,
low.
'cause all the other, that
Creek,
looks like some kind of an old settlement
all
here.
25 meters in here.
Fucus on the
40
upper
meters.
delta, and I don't
Pebble
see any eelgrass here. There's a good view down into the near shore underwater. There's a few scattered soft browns. This looks all modified here. Oh, and a fabulous waterfall. Is this got a place name then, Sean? It looks like it was a village.
Bell Creek.
And
Should give you a
Fucus
shot
there
of the
across
delta
the
back
outflow
there.
of the creek. And a beautiful big cascading
Again, 80
tumble around
meters,
below us.
approximately 100. Coming from Virginia Lake
Another little side creek
is
over
the
there.
source of this
It's a nice view
water.
of the Fucus on the flats. Look at all that. That's Fucus drift.
and there,
It's all bleached
20
red, and I
meters,
think
pebble
a bit of
sand down
frost.
below, a bit coarser up high, maybe a bit of cobble up high.
If I had the A-star, I'd shoot back.
you see,
See the beautiful pattern in the valley
Have
there.
a rock ramp or a cliff in the high intertidal and then beach base down low
Golden
here.
Eye, so
Right there, that's a rock ramp.
there's
Still got the
sprouting
grassy
dune grass
platform
on
up
the upper
high. I'd
beach.
call that a grassy
and then
platform.
a narrow black barrack area.
Could be a bit of a
It's
marsh up
flock of
high there, but
Golden Eye.
it's kind of looking
quite a
mostly
few
like
of them.
grass on a platform.
Huh. Perched salt marsh,
low rock cliff in
Fucus,
here.
barnacle, and there
Little
is
beach
blue
base,
mussels
25
here,
meters.
coming and going as a
Pebble
continuous
sand.
band.
And then
Hard to see them because they're disguised by a frosting of
I call
barnacle.
that
I would say there is
steep
not a
rock
blue
cliff,
mussel
40
band
degrees.
here on this bedrock ramp.
Just
Look at
fringing
that
on
lower
a steep
bedrock
rock cliff.
is bare.
A rock there.
So in BC we'd call that a diatom. Actually it's a low turf of full reds, but it's really bare looking. It's like paint stuck on the bedrock.
Pebble sand, beach
It's a
base.
little tiny bird, sandpiper type. Tree
Am I
canopy
talking
is
too much, Sean?
overhanging. Narrow black splash zone. And there's Fucus,
Everything looks
barnacle,
good.
and
We're
sometimes
happy
it's
so far.
barnacle
Beach
Fucus,
base in there.
and then it's blue mussel seems to be
just
below
I'd
the
call that
Fucus
just
band. There's a
under
nice
30
view of this
in the intertidal
embayment.
there.
That is blue mussel. Look at all that blue mussel showing up the right
Steep rock
color
cliff,
there.
boulders,
And here
follow Dallas
it's
coming
at
off
the
this
lower edge. There's
40,
a sea on
45
the lower
degree
edge of the
cliff here,
Fucus
very
band.
narrow,
This is a
5
very
meters.
nice example of the red band.
intertidal.
Low term, small filamentous
Cliff in
reds
the
most
A-zone.
likely. Side delta.
Another little estuary
Oh,
here.
there's a stack
So I
of
think it's
canoes.
probably 60 meters. We
Very
got some
tidy.
canoers in there, a canoe in there.
Is this a Forest Service site? Oh, I hope they don't mind us flying over them.
Looks like it's an intertidal marsh. Yeah, we got some
No
campers
sign
in
of a
there.
tent or anything. There must be a cabin or something back up
Intertidal
in the
marsh,
trees.
grass over pebbly sand.
And Fucus across the flats
Good
there,
morning
quite
to
lush.
you.
There is a fringing salt marsh all around, so
So
yes,
much for
that would
sneaking
count
in.
as an estuary. It's actually a really nice salt marsh. Maybe I'll be able to look back at just in the
20
distance
meter
back there.
beach base, pebble sand,
White rock.
low angle rock cliff in here,
So
mostly
the
rock.
splash zone here is very black.
Beautiful little waterfall pouring out
Oh,
there.
look at the blue mussels there.
Very
The
little.
little water seepage pouring over them.
This whole thing has got to be 50 meters there on that flat, 60 meters.
Right up to the
Looks like
golden
we
eye.
still got the fringing intertidal
There's
marsh.
a deer carcass on the beach, I think.
Steep rock cliff. 45, 50 degrees in here. 60.
Black
Talus down
splash
low.
zone. That's a barnacle,
Talus, angular,
Fucus, and a
Talus.
low turf of reds. That's blue mussel at the lower limit of
35
the
meters in
barnacle
there.
fucus.
Looks like a
Blue mussel all along here.
Pebble
It's actually,
sand.
see the encrusted blue
lots
mussel.
of mucus in here.
And that is blue mussel showing up quite prominently in the midsection.
Looks like pebble sand.
That is
under that
fucus and fucus drift.
mat of mucus.
So there's a perched salt marsh under the
It's kind of
overhanging
hard
tree
to see the sediment
canopy.
under there. Steep rock
Fucus
cliff
in the
here.
midsection. It's a low turf of reds at the waterline. A couple of eagles down below us. It's like a
Steep rock cliff there.
rock wall in the upper.
And that
I think it's
title
just
there is, fringing marsh there.
just an artifact.
That one in there is probably
it looks
45 meters.
natural.
This one is just over
Fringing
30.
salt marsh
Pebble
all along
sand,
here
bit of
is
cobble down low.
perched salt marsh
That one would have been 35 meters. This one is 45
under the tree
meters.
canopy. That
Looks
is
like
a
mostly
drawing
pebble
flat
sand
with
in
fucus
there.
across it. Blue mussels at the lower. Overhanging tree canopy.
In there,
Narrow splash. Little
35
beach
meters,
there.
40
It's got
meters,
a bit
pebble
of
sand.
filamentous green on it. There's lots of green on the point here,
Flowing
so
rock
there's our
cliff here.
first green band of the
a
day.
bit of boulders
What's all
on
that
top of the
orange?
cliff.
I think they're the stars, Pictopodia, I think. Right just at the edge of the water. So there's a classic fringing
Beautiful
perch
weather.
salt marsh.
Wow.
Fucus,
low angle there,
barnacle,
boulders,
blue mussel,
boulder
and then a
towers,
low turf of reds at
angular
the waterline.
Steep rock cliff here.
Blue mussels
Low
there.
angular boulders. 20-meter beach face in there. Back to the steep
And
rock
blue
cliff.
mussels
Over
here.
45 degrees in here. Mostly rock with a bit of boulder.
And here, blue mussels, narrow splash.
Boulder cobble beach face.
That is
Coming up to Point Mad in here.
a sparse fucus bed in the upper. And lots of
This is,
barnacles, frosting the barnacles on the blue mussels. There's a very distinct lower
40
limit to the
degrees.
blue mussels,
Just
which
into the steep zone
makes
of the
it
cliff
look like
here.
zonation. Which is actually really quite subtle
This looks like
patterns.
it's Point Madden.
It's the texture of the
Nice rocky point here.
looking down on the point. That would be a laria right on the point, just out of the water.
Heading into Madden Bay.
So
Pebble sand beach
tide's
face,
dropping
bit of
very
cobble there.
nicely. A little bit
15
of a
meters
touch
on the
of
beach
beach
face and
there.
then a platform up high.
Bedrock's
Steep
different
rock
color
cliff
again.
here.
That's a sparse fucus band. Barnacle
Boulder cobble
frosting.
talus. It's all angular
And,
boulder cobble.
A new blue mussel
It's a
below
very
the
narrow
fucus.
here.
Now the
5
mussels are
meters
gone
at
on
the
the
most
steeper
between the
section.
tidal.
And then it looks bare below it. That would be, I would say no reds here. There's probably a few scattered, very small plants. But look at that barnacle frosting goes right down to the waterline here.
Pebble sand beach face.
I see we're going into
Protected
a
in
bay.
here. Obviously, you
Looks like
probably
there's
figured
so
out by
much
now.
algal drift over to our right. It looks like a shoal.
It's all been
And,
protected.
Wow, this is all like an algal
what I
drift
can tell.
below us. Look at that.
Beach face in here is
It's red. It almost looks like red
Little
tide.
cobble over sand. That's got to be 40
Another
meters.
pressure beach there.
Log berm up high. It all looks like phyogenic logs and root
I'd
balls
say that's
rather than
patchy
cut logs.
reds at the waterline, just a very low turf.
Steep rock cliff. That's
Overhanging
65
trees.
degrees.
Oh dear.
I got it.
Oops, there's a boat wreck back in there.
Gonna do a
Small
loop in
goldeneye,
here.
great blue
This
heron.
flat is
And this is all algal drift across the
45
flat.
meters. Looks like a fringing marsh again.
Nice pattern of
Pebble
the
sand flat. Bit of
swash
swash
ridges.
ridges in there.
algal drift. So that is sprouting
Mostly pebble sand there. A
dune
bit of
grass
boulders
up
up
where the
high.
logs are. And it's this fucus and then algal drift and a little
looks like again
lots of
we have that
gravel drift
fringing
in the
marsh
log
up
line
high.
there, and here
Pebbles and
it's
down
actually
low.
quite well vegetated. Must be a really low gradient and low wave exposure. That would be dune grass and pooch.
Marsh up high
There's
there, and
filamentous green in those side stream channels that are coming in.
There's cobbles
Blue
over the
mussels.
pebbles land of
Blue
here.
mussel frosting on that
Steep rock cliff up high,
long
probably
snag.
40 degrees, and then this beach
What's
face
that
down low is
dog doing here?
pebble sand with a scattered building
Overhanging
cobbles over
trees,
it.
a little bit of fringing salt marsh.
It's more like
Really
cobble
neat
veneer over pebble sand is what I
reticulated
call
pattern.
that.
There's that boulder pile
there's
in
a
the
steep rock
uppermost
cliff.
again. That would have been a good view of it.
And now we're kind of got a low angle rock cliff here.
Fucus frost.
Mostly rock.
There's the blue mussels at the lower edge of the
beach
fucus.
face
You
is
can see the three-dimensionalness of it. There's the scattered soft browns again. Just a few,
this has
little bit
got
of
to be
silt to the
45
edge of the
meters.
water. Nice view of the sprouting
Boulder cobble
dune
over pebble
grass.
sand.
It's nice bright green. Scattered soft browns underwater, I think.
Does the
Scattered individual
sediment
plants.
widths make sense? Does
They're
it
really,
sense to you, Sean?
they're only
Does the
showing
sediment and widths make sense to you?
where
Okay.
there's a shell hash.
Sometimes I just get talking.
Lots and lots of blue mussels. And it's black,
Did I
and the
lose my
splash
voice?
zone is narrow, so the bedrock's changed again back out into the
Steep rock
bedrock.
cliff there.
Oh dear, I'm already tongue-tied. Changing
It's just
bedrock
a
type.
rocky reef there.
There's a beautiful black splash zone.
Over 30
salt
meters in
marsh
there.
above it.
Pebble sand.
And delta with fucus in the upper. Nice view of
Over 30
mussels on the
meters.
bedrock.
Fringing marsh, endangered idle.
With the salt marsh, that would be pooch. A little bit of dune grass up in the uppermost there.
Beach face
And
down low
fucus
here.
and
Pebble
mussels.
sand.
That was all across that
Scattered
little
boulders.
delta. And look at all that biogenic. I think it's biogenic. I wonder what the mechanism is for getting all that. Just barnacle hash, I wonder.
Steep rock cliff
Looks
up
pretty
high here.
fine. There's
And then
a
the
little
beach
bit
face
of
down low
filamentous
is
bed on that
pebble
washover
sand
bedrock
with
reef.
scattered veneer boulders.
Smooth reef.
Couple of rocky reefs out to our right. Just
There is
rock.
reds underwater there.
Looks like the intertidal is going up into
There's
that marsh there.
Sapodia high and dry.
Little marsh pocket up
Is that a
high.
bear?
Low angle rock cliff here. 25, 30 degrees.
Oh, this is a
25
channel?
degrees.
Channel marker.
Heading into the narrows.
That would be my first slow
this
part. You want to slow down a little bit while I change my card?
intertidal marsh back in there. Mary's on a card change. Low angle rock cliff here, boulder cobble. Talus, 25 degrees. This is the narrows. You can see a bit of tidal curtains there.
And, cave. Oh,
This
look
is,
at those blue
just
mussels there.
beautiful. I
And
can't
that
believe
is
the weather we got
there's
so
definitely
far.
a current affected below us.
Steep rock cliff in here.
We're actually going to turn up to 200
again.
for speed. You can see the
Steep rock
individual
cliff there.
crimson on the
We're calling
lower
it talus where there's talus.
crimson of the small reds right at the waterline. Overall, really bare looking, and then a very distinct upper limit to the bare. There's a few stringy
steep rock
looking
cliff.
malaria type,
Boulder cobble talus.
and a little
And
bit
then
of a
this is a
soft
low
brown
angle.
band there.
Maybe 20 degrees,
here,
and then a flat
this
drain
really
out
weird
here to
bear
pebble
at the water
flat
line.
beach face, boulder cobble veneer up
And
high.
above it
And again,
is
more
there's
intertidal
perch
marsh there.
salt
And then this
marsh.
is just a steep. That's 80
Look at the
degrees.
stripes on that bedrock there. This is like the fjord type. Just right on that really steep part. Really steep back shore.
This is 40
the
meters.
Navigation
Again, the
marker.
intertidal marsh, and down low we got pebble sand.
Another stream delta.
Bit of cobbles.
So So you
I
can
call that Pebble Cobble over
certainly
sand.
see that it's early in the season. Just the
Marsh
way
up high. Steep rock cliff here.
the light color on the salt marsh area. So
This whole thing is
reticulated pattern across the flats.
80 meters.
You can see the skunk cabbage up in the log line there.
Delta here. Sand
Stream
here
delta
down low,
is stream
mostly
channels
pebble sand.
incised. There are mergansers flying.
That's a steep rock cliff there. I call this steep rock cliff with a
very
bit of
black
platform up high.
mussels on the point. You can see a bit of current streaming by the point. Mussels with eagles. Look at the very distinct lower limit to the blue mussels.
Just over 30 meters in there.
Logs.
Sure, yeah.
Lots of logs and stumps with roots on them.
It's interesting that those logs up high seem to, a lot of them have a root ball.
There's a few scattered
rather than being
soft
cut
browns
logs.
at the toe of the delta. Drops right off though.
The A zone here is a marsh, a high marsh.
Tiny
that has
little
a root
waterfall
up
there. It's all covered with grass.
Okay. It was just the camera that went off for a minute, so we're good.
Very black again, under the tree canopy, narrow black, really beautifully
Watch my fingers there.
Ooh, internal waves on the water surface over to our right.
Belly sand beaches again. This is over 30 meters. Again, we got that intertidal low marsh.
Fucus,
And then
blue
marsh up
mussel.
high. Very narrow A zone
ubiquitous
here.
barnacle.
We're pretty protected in here.
Narrow splash, golden eye at eye level. That's beautiful.
The sound checking out pretty good,
That
John?
is a fringing salt marsh fucus, blue mussel. There's a little bit of greens. Really distinct blue mussel band in the midsection there. It's got lots of three-dimensionality to it. Really distinct lower limit to it.
Here. They're pretty steep, like
And here I can see into the near shore underwater. Those are just a few scattered plants. That would be blue mussels on the flat, which is kind of odd looking because it's actually really fine substrate. And this will give us a good view looking down. That is a mid-intertidal green. This is the
little
orange
island
salt
here in
marsh
the
on the
narrows,
end of
the
the
steep rock
island.
cliff on this
Nice
side.
view of the green. It's a very low turf of greens.
Little boulder talus is all angular.
See the pressure waves
Doesn't
on the
get
surface
worked
of the
over very
water
much
in
here.
the background there.
Beach face in there, pebble sand,
Not much
mostly
of-
sand.
Just a few scattered, I think they're soft brown plants. Actually looks grazed. Some stringy looking Alaria type. Yes, that would be a few soft brown
I
plants.
call that a
just on
steep
the
rock
point.
cliff there, and then here we got
Gotten
the
a bit
beach
lower,
face again.
can actually see the
Boulder
individual
cobble over
fronds.
here up
That's
high.
soft browns underwater, but
Pebble
just
sand, beach face,
sparse.
and then
There's some out of the
the
water.
platform with the marsh up high. And then we're back to where we started.
Blue mussels, really a black color of the blue mussels there. Fringing salt marsh, fucus is sparse to continuous, coming and going. That would be a
steep rock
barnacle
cliff here,
frosting, and
40
there's no
degrees.
barnacle frosting on the blue
Boulder
mussels.
talus.
It just show up as really black.
Beach face in there
Black
was
color.
25 meters.
Filamentous reds down at the waterline.
This whole thing is 45 meters. Sand pebble down
I
low.
think that might be a fucus drift across
Marsh
the
up high,
flats.
sand pebble down low, steep
And
rock
here, it's hard
cliff.
to say. I guess it's pretty low wave energy,
45
so
degrees.
maybe it's actually attached to small
40
pebbles.
degrees.
Beautiful view
This
of
is low
banding,
angle right here.
and just include the snowy mountains in the background. There's a little
Pebble
steep
sand in there. And that's got to be 80 meters.
Feature. The banding is getting more complex.
Berg Bay, how are we doing on left 7 minutes late though, so we left a few minutes late. So I'd say we're doing good. Bird Bay. Steep rock cliff here. Very narrow, 3 or 4
Actually
meters.
looks quite bare on the bedrock there. Barnacle frosting.
Sand
and
level
mussels.
again, and then boulder veneer up high, boulder cobble veneer up high. And
Beautiful.
the dead marsh up high here. And again, we got the fringing intertidal marsh.
Look at that. So that's the dune. Last year's dune grass still laid down
That
flat. And below that's the pooch
Probably
band
the
just
BC
growing.
Grass 31.
And then below that's the lovely fucus
Little
band.
float here.
Oh, there must be a cabin there.
That was 40 meters where we just passed that beach
it's Forest
face.
Service cabin.
Angle rock cliff with the fringing beach down low.
Slightly constrained by the window here. Perch salt marsh.
San
that
Pablo
is a
beach faces
beautiful view
here.
of the fucus band
That's a
on the
steep cliff right
platform.
there.
Blue mussels below.
These are steep
really
cliffs.
steep lower edge to the blue mussels. There at
Steep cliff.
the lower bedrock
4
platform.
meters in the
A
intertidal.
swirl of flotsam. Boy, this is a huge delta. Holy smoke.
Wow.
Wow. Some significant waterfalls coming in on the far side there as well.
Neptune Island.
Some alongshore view.
Steep rock
That's
cliff on
pretty cool.
Neptune.
It's like pretzel lines. I think it's drift, silt drift,
Steep rock cliff.
making really cool, distinct lines there. Look at that one
And we're
patch
going
of
over to
bright
another
green.
island.
Tide's really good. It's just
Everything's cool. We're all cool. John's floater coat is keeping me nice and cozy.
really bright green of the
Oh man,
Maybe
more
it's a
intertidal
tidal
marsh up high there with boulder cobble
green
pebble
band.
sand on that platform.
still a very distinct
Look like a
lower
beach
limit to
veneer.
the blue mussels. Really see the three-dimensionalness of it on the point. Underwater reef that's quite
That
bare
was a steep
looking.
rock cliff on the corner.
Some
This is a
Utah
low rock
browns
cliff
on
right
that
here, low
underwater
angle.
reef.
And then we're back to a steep rock cliff.
Black splash zone, sparse
just,
fucus, and blue mussels in the
No
midsection.
sediment there.
Beautiful view of banding. Let's do a longshore view looking back.
Sheet back and then
that's
back to
beautiful.
the Neptune Island. Oh, 40 meters there. More intertidal marsh. This intertidal marsh is just
That's a
amazing.
sparse fucus band in the upper with barnacle and a very a narrow and distinct flue mussel in the midsection. And
Steep
below
rock
that
cliff.
is patchy filamentous green on the bare section.
Navigation
There's a few
marker
little
number
stringy Alaria
2.
types. Oh, there's some seals. Don't move, you guys. It's okay. They're still sleeping.
Pebble Sand Beach
That's
face down
great.
low
They
there.
didn't
Steep
get
rock
up at
cliff.
all. It's so unpredictable. Sometimes they jump off and sometimes they don't. Here's gray above the black barrack area. Look at that distinct banding.
That birder's just rotting, eh?
This is where I said it was distinct banding before.
You think it's getting hot or no? I think it has an automatic shut off if it gets too hot. We're heading into, is this Madden Bay?
3 patches of eelgrass underwater.
No. Aaron Creek, actually.
There's
This
a
is,
white line.
the delta here below us goes all the way across to the other side of the channel.
March
It's all
along here.
sand and fines flat below us here. So the high intertidal is this rock cliff, a steep rock cliff. In here it's a marsh, a low marsh, it's a high intertidal, and in here it's
what the heck is that?
A platform or a beach base, pebble sand, cobble beach base.
Way with black
and then the sediment below us goes all the way over to the other side of the channel.
And lots of greens across the flats here. Filament is green.
I'll try to
forward. There's birds up above us. Hopefully
get a shot of the whole thing once we reach the top of this.
Ducks. Big white rock.
This whole delta is about 2.5 kilometers.
This is a huge flat.
This is amazing. So that high marsh there has got to be
big bird area.
100 meters at least. And then we're into this low marsh.
The old peat turf there getting
100 meters
away.
right here.
Some trees.
I'll try to shoot back out for you here.
Great pattern.
So that's what it looks like there.
Oh.
I think this would be a BC 31. If you're wondering. Sean agrees.
And it's big salt marsh. There's some man-made. That's an old camp or
again,
something.
More high marsh in the A zone that hasn't drained up yet.
Posts.
And then a low marsh in the B zone, and then the delta fan below.
See the way the channel has incised.
Below here.
Pieces falling off. There's a fish trap. Snow geese!
Wow.
Oh my god! It's like baffin! Woo! This has all probably been uplifted just by the way the drainage pattern looks like. Yeah, do you want to go up a bit higher? Sean, you can tell me.
Maybe climb a bit higher so I can get like a big overall view of this thing.
Yeah. More Canada geese there. And this is all, doesn't look like it's greened up at all. There's a bit of filament just
again here we're at the top of Air Creek. This is all
we're getting to the
marsh,
top end.
Grasses.
To see a little bit of
really see what's under there, but I'm guessing
smaller
it's
channels.
sand,
This would all be meadow.
Sort of sediment. Still got snow up here, so that's why the
trails.
This grass is still so dead. And I'm gonna try to shoot out here so you can get a view of this thing. That's what it looks like. Sean said again this whole thing is about 2.5 kilometers out to where the sediment ends. I would call this high
just looking ahead, I see filament
A zone about a kilometer at least, if not more, in this high A zone here. Then you have the intertidal marsh, and then it goes out to the flat or the fan down below, which is sands and pines. We got these little islands caught here in the delta. A little rock there in the A zone.
Wow.
But mostly it's still marsh up high.
There's more geese. They're resting.
10 more minutes till a tape change. It looks like a little rock up high there in the A zone, but it's mostly marsh, high marsh. I'm guessing, as I said before, that the grass is all over some
both on the flats and here where there's bedrock attachment. So it's a bedrock outcrop at the end of the island. Lots of filamentous green. really interesting complex salt marsh area. There's a good view of the eroding peat blocks on the stream channel. So that would be old salt marsh peat deposit.
And the bathroom on the other side here. A lot of
channel
logs there with the root balls. Looks like they were dragged down out of the river channel there.
So there's no splash zone here because it's all dune grass and salt marsh.
Small A-zone here, but it's still margin high. And then you can get a look at the flat here below us. It's fine, sands and fines. I call this flat.
Anywhere, so
with a lot of pools on it.
Attached to each other.
And channels, multiple river channels running through.
Pebbles.
And now we kind of got a platform in the A-zone here with roller cobbles over it.
Field grass in the channel. Or could this be filamentous green? That whole green haze. Those are mallards. That's a green across the flat there from the sewage.
Up high, looks like we got falling from the talus there. Beautiful little rock waterfall here.
Blue mussels.
Steep cliff. And now we're finally out of the delta into steep rock cliff here. This is
really
70 degrees.
Blue mussel band at the water's edge there.
Like 2 meters at the most.
And steep bedrock is
and into low angle rock cliff here with boulder, rubble, veneer
blue mussels
on this low angle
here with frosting of barnacle,
and we're back to steep rock cliff here.
And a little bit of filamentous red at the waterline.
This in here has got to be 65 degrees, 70 degrees now. 3 meters.
Narrow splash stripes in the splash zone there. Sparse
and then as we round this
really
point here, we're back into
the upper and lower fucus and the upper and lower blue mussels. That is filamentous red at the waterline. A few scattered
angular
soft brown plants.
Again, we're in a protected area here. Intertidal zone here is 6 meters, 7 meters.
Red,
low angle rock cliff here. I call this 25 degrees.
Really distinct blue mussels.
Rubble there.
So the water is really not very clear.
Beautiful shoreline to
overhanging tree canopy. This is a sparse
if that makes any sense. In other words, a big lump.
That is a nice view of the intertidal.
Into the steep cliffs here now. Steep rock cliff. The veneer, when there is a veneer, is boulder rubble. And here it's still steep. Really steep here.
That would be Alaria.
75, 80 degrees.
Just a few scattered plants along the water's edge. With
moderately high cliff in the A-zone.
That's like a perfect reflection. Filamentous reds.
56, 58, you think?
Green in the midsection.
Or wherever you find a good spot.
And a beautiful view of the blue mussels above that.
Okay.
And
we'll see what happens.
Barnacle frosting is much less obvious. There's a bit of a timeline there.
Again, we're just in the steep cliff here, more of the same. Boulder, it's angular boulder where there's talus. Sometimes rubble, the bigger blocks.
And
this is
blue mussel is continuous.
At least 45 degrees. Here, you know, it pumps up to 60 degrees.
Very distinct lower limit
back down to 45 degrees.
Which is very obvious along here. That would be the classic
And then it's
mixed
kind
red
of
and
down to a
green.
low angle cliff here. I
But
call
it's
that
a
30
really low
degrees.
turf. It's mixed red and green paint.
25, 30 degrees here. And then now we're
Gray in
picking up
the
a beach
splash
face.
zone above the barrack area.
A sand
Low
pebble beach
turf,
face. This whole thing
mucus.
is 45
On the
meters.
delta, quite a bit of water coming in. Nice
marsh up high there.
cascading stream there.
And then we're back into
So it's
the
a really
cliff.
coarse delta.
Low angle rock
That
cliff
is
here.
bare, slippery
Beach
bedrock
face,
at the
boulder cobble
water's
up high,
edge.
boulder cobble veneer, and cobble
The reddish
shovel
color
sand
to
down
it.
low
That
there.
would be the low turf,
And,
small reds.
This is a low angle cliff again.
Water.
Down to about 20 degrees.
And
But it's
three
still
different
a cliff.
tones of gray in the splash zone.
And now we're
then
getting steeper again.
a sparse looking mucus.
And then more of the same
Also below
steep
that,
cliff,
really
70
steep
degrees.
Lower limit, filament
Overhanging
green,
trees and
filament
logs in the
red.
A zone.
Blue mussel is absolutely black there. Is that
But
overhanging over some, it's like a huge
beautiful,
block.
creaming,
Dead
low
rock,
angle cliff here. And then back to the steep cliff.
filamentous
beautiful
green
steep
there. It's a very
waterfalls.
low turf. Foam from the waterfall on the surface. This is a classic fjord type.
Steep cliff,
There
overhanging
above
trees in the A zone, trees
30
and logs.
below the
60 degrees, 70
mussels
degrees
in the
here.
midsection. Yeah, look at that. I think that's, wow, it's just bare rock below the blue mussels.
Boulder
That's
Rebel
overhanging
Towers there,
there.
still steep.
On the point. Oh,
70 degrees here.
already. Wow, is that
Very
ever
narrow,
cool,
3
the
4
pattern
meters
of
at the most.
stripes?
And now we got a bit of a
Of
platform here,
the
boulder
splash
cobble
zone.
veneer. Looks like a bit of a beach face down low. Cobble boulder over a
There's a
sand.
few Nereocystis
That was
plants.
all 20 meters
Woohoo!
maybe.
First Nereocystis
And
update.
here we're into
Oh, there's
10
some
meters.
more.
I
It's
call
like
that
babies.
a low
Right
angle
on the
rock cliff
water's
still,
edge.
20 degrees.
Nice big cascading water
Still a
coming in.
low angle rock
This is
cliff.
really
Boulder
coarse,
cobble
boulder.
veneer.
Swirling silts at the waterline. Would be sparse mucus with a barnacle frosting over the blue
Platform here,
mussels in
boulder
the
cobble over
midsection.
rock where this river's coming out 20 meters. More boulder cobble over rock. Otherwise referred to as a rocky ramp back there.
Wide blue mussel band, so it's actually really thick looking blue mussels.
Platform. That means it's under 20
Narrow
degrees.
splash zone, black,
And then back to
bright
a steep
red,
rock cliff here.
coral and red at the waterline. And it's gone again. It was just on the point there, so it's pretty thick blue mussels
This
in
is
the
just
midsection.
a beautiful creaming shoreline. All rocky shoreline.
Blue mussels in the midsection. Really distinct lower line to it. Blue mussels dominating. With
I call that low angle rock cliff 20 degrees.
filamentous red. Look at that. And those are
That was
baby
probably actually a
germling
platform back there.
Nereocystis at the water's
Boulder
edge.
cobble. This is a platform here too, boulder cobble. Sediment
There's
down
some
low.
more.
Boulder cobble
See
and
if they show up.
sand.
There's some more.
15 meters in there.
That would be a few
Well,
area
landslide
type right
here.
at the waterline.
Pretty
There's a huge
amazing.
slide that went right in. That is filamentous red now, low turf of mixed red and green. And there's the
Why don't we do the
Nereocystis
tape when
babies.
we
That
go
is
to get these
coral
islands shut?
Coral and algae at the waterline.
Yeah, why don't we go a bit and then tell Bill to go to the islands while we do the tape change after we
Blue
get down
mussels
here a
in the
bit.
midsection, lots of barnacle frosting. Mucus above, reds at the waterline there. Low turf of reds.
Beach face in here. This is all 25.
Oh, look at that blue mussel on the point.
Just under 30 meters.
With,
More of
I
a
think that's an Alaria type.
landslide there.
That's another debris flow.
Pearl Sand
That
Beach
was
face.
the toe lobe of it. It's getting much lusher. Oh, I need to look at the map. Look at that, red's at the waterline there.
Boulder Cobble and Pelletier.
Filamentous reds down at the waterline there.
Rocky, it's a platform here, Boulder Cobble over rock, and then sediment down low. It looks like there's
just tell me when I can stop talking, Sean, and that would be
Boulder
good.
Cobble over rock. Here.
Just tell me when you're doing the tape change so I stop
10
talking.
meters, 12 meters. Getting a bit low here, steaming up into a cliff
in the
here.
upper with blue mussel in the midsection.
But this is a platform, Boulder Cobble.
Flat.
That actually looks like a beach there.
Boulder.
Boulder Cobble Hills at beach.
And they're really red. Hey, that looks like limestone right there.
And then
and here, oh boy.
Out to the point here. We're going to end with the steep
Incredible
rock cliff.
reticulated pattern in the bedrock. Old driftwood. Filamentous red at the waterline.
That's good anytime. Okay, we're good.